Hello all, welcome to my class. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I produce content purely in English for the English medium students, and this is going to help you for UPSC examination, specifically prelims. Also, it is going to help you for UPPSC because it is very close to UPSC. Let's talk about these many important topics. With respect to methane, this was a practice question that I gave. Consider the following statements. Methane is a gas that is found in small quantities in the atmosphere. Over a period of 20 years, methane is 80 times more potent at warming than carbon dioxide. Mangistau region of southwestern Uzbekistan has seen one of the world's largest methane leak. So we have to see how many of the statements given above is or are not correct. Methane is an invisible, guys, but strong greenhouse gas. That means it has the potency to warm the global temperatures, and that is not good. That means if it stays for the next 20 years, if it is able to sustain itself, it will become 80 times more potent at warming than carbon dioxide. Also, it is found in small quantities in our atmosphere, so that's not a problem, but the problem arises when more and more quantities are added by each passing day. So Mangistau region is situated in southwestern Kazakhstan and not Uzbekistan, guys. That means the first and the second statements are correct, but third is not correct. So these are the small things that you have to see. Okay, so Mangistau is in Kazakhstan, not Uzbekistan. All right, so how many are incorrect? One only will be the correct answer. Mangistau region is situated in southwest Kazakhstan. Here is Kazakhstan and here is the methane leak site. Many scientists believe that this is the second largest human-made methane leak because these kind of questions could be asked. That is why I am telling you. I would really appreciate if you put the correct answer for which is the first ever man-made methane leak in the comment segment. All right, then methane sat is a satellite that has been launched recently, and this is going to name and shame those regions who are producing more and more methane with each passing day. So that's going to help us in recording the policies of the different governments. It's an invisible but strong greenhouse gas. Other greenhouse gases include carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen. We have sulfur dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, etc., etc. It is the second largest contributor to the global warming, and 30% of global heating it has been done by methane since the Industrial Revolution. Let's move on to the next question. With respect to LCA Tejas, consider the following statements. It is a 4.5 generation multi-role fighter aircraft. That means it can handle different roles. The Indian Air Force has replaced the aging MiG-21 aircraft with the LCA Tejas Mark 1A. The first IAF squadron to induct the Tejas was the number 45 squadron, the Flying Dagger. So we are going to see how many are correct. Okay, here it should be all three. All right, all three. Let me correct it out for you. So yes, if we talk about LCA Tejas has witnessed the first ever crash in its history of 23 years of existence. It has crashed in Jaisalmer, guys. So that is why this is going to be very important. It's a 4.5 generation. This is very correct. Multi-role aircraft, which is fighter in nature. That means it is able to support air operations as well as ground operations, and the government is planning that it is going to replace MiG-25 by the year MiG-21 by the year 2025, because MiG-21 has been inducted in the Indian Air Force since 1963. My god. So Indian Air Force is going to do it by the year 2025. Here it is written it has replaced. So that makes the second statement to be incorrect. First is correct, second is incorrect. And the first IAF squadron to induct it was number 45 squadron, that is the Flying Daggers. So first is correct, third is correct, second is not correct. How many will be correct? Two only will be the correct answer. Near Jaisalmer, IAF Tejas aircraft has crashed, and this is not a very good news because it is going to replace MiG-21, but pilot is safe. That's good news. Let's move ahead. So light combat aircraft Tejas is a 4.5 generation multi-role. Keep this in mind, it is multi-role. That means it can handle ground as well as air operations, and for the first time ever it was tested in 2001. The second operation happened in 2016. It is a single seater fighter aircraft. One pilot can go with it. Otherwise, we also have trainer variant where a trainer has to sit and train the pilot. So this will be a twin one. So Indian Navy uses the trainer variant, all right. And Tejas is the smallest and lightest aircraft. This you have to keep in mind. The first IAF squadron to induct it was number 45, the Flying Daggers. Also, if we talk about the replacement, this is going to happen in 2025 for MiG-21, which is aging in nature. Let's move ahead and talk about the next one. Consider the following statements. Parliament may by law admit new states into the union or establish them on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit according to the Article 4 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, the Tripura Tribal Area Autonomous District Council, which is TTADC, was formed in 1985 under the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution, and it has a legislative and executive powers over 1 by 4th of Assam's geographical area. So we have to see which of the statements given above is or are not correct. See, according to Article 2 and not Article 4. Parliament may by law admit new states into the union or establish them on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. Why have I asked this statement? Because of the Greater Tripura land, which Tripura Motha is asking for. They are saying that Greater Tripura land should be created as a state or a union territory. That is why I have asked this question. The TTADC, yes, it was formulated in 1985 in the 6th schedule, yes, but not in Assam. It is in Tripura, guys. So that is why the first statement is incorrect. Second is also incorrect. Second would be also incorrect in the manner that it should be they have a legislative power and executive power over 2 by 3rd of the population of the geographical area of Tripura. Okay, so we know in the 6th schedule we have Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Assam, Meghalaya, then Tripura, and Mizoram. We know that, right? So just don't get confused. I put it to confuse you guys. So first is incorrect, second is incorrect. Now, which is not correct? Actually, both 1 and 2 are not correct. Let's move ahead. The center has recently signed a tripartite. Tripartite means between 3 parties agreement with Tripura government, state's main opposition, which is the Tripura Motha, and the third party is the central government only. They are promising that an honorable resolution will be given to all the problems of the state's tribal population. Okay, and a joint working committee will be developed which is going to implement whatever has been agreed. So they are wanting, Tripura Motha is saying that we are wanting a greater Tripura land. Do you think it consists only of India? No, it consists of India and many other states of India and also Bangladesh's states. So they want a greater Tripura land and it should be created as a state or a union territory. They are wanting that. And they are saying that more powers should be given to the TTADC, which was formulated as a part of the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution, and this was actually done in 1985. It already has a power over 2 by 3rd of the geographical area of the population, we can say geographical area, not the population, geographical area of Tripura, and they have legislative as well as executive powers. And they say that now TTADC should be given, TTAADC should be given their own police force. This is another demand. Share of revenue should be there from gas exploration in the state, and they are also demanding a Roman script to be declared as the official script for the indigenous Kokborok language. Okay, so we know that Tripura is a tribal area. 2019 to 20, importantly 19 indigenous tribes reside there, and this is greater Tripura land that they want. Let's move ahead, talking about other kind of significance. It seeks to resolve all issues which are being faced by the indigenous people. Also, all stakeholders to refrain from protesting and from protest and agitation. This is what the center wants. Center says that I will provide all the resolution that you want, but you must ensure that not a lot of hooliganism and other sort of violent protest should be there. So dialogue process should be very normal. According to Article 2, Parliament may by law admit new states. That means new states can be admitted into the union or establish them on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. Then Article 3 says when new states have to be formulated by altering any area, boundary or name of existing states. So Greater Tripura land can be related with these 2 articles. Alright. Now, Yaoundé Declaration, this is with places in news. It's a declaration which was named after which of the following reasons and named after which of the country's capital. Ebola, Rwanda, that means it was for which disease and the capital of which country is related to it. Yaoundé. Yaoundé is the capital of one of the countries that I have mentioned over here. AIDS, Cameroon, Dengue, Sudan, malaria, Cameroon. Okay, so let's see. The correct answer to this question would be, the correct answer would be, this is a declaration to get rid of malaria, and Yaoundé is actually the capital of Cameroon. Okay, so health ministers from 11 if African nations declared that they are going to eliminate malaria related deaths, and this is known as the Yaoundé Declaration, but they do not have any sort of clear cut commitments. Here is Yaoundé, as you can see, it is in Cameroon. Okay, this is Cameroon, and here is Yaoundé. All right, let's move forward. So, why was it necessary? Africa actually accounts for 94% of global malaria cases, out of which 95% of deaths are also counted over there. Now, in 2022, 5,800,000 deaths occurred there in Africa because of malaria. And globally, the number of malaria cases in 2022 surged significantly compared to the pre-COVID-19 era. The total cases rose from 233 million in 2019 to a staggering 249 million. That's why it was needed. Now, with respect to Sela Tunnel, choose the incorrect statement. The Indo-Tibetan Border Police is executing it. It is being executed under the project Vartak. The Sela Tunnel was announced by the government in 2018. This will be the longest twin lane tunnel above 13,000 feet in the world. So the correct answer would be, because we have to select the incorrect one, yes, this will be the longest twin lane tunnel above 13,000 feet in the world. This is going to be definitely correct. And it is being executed under the project Vartak. Okay, Vartak. And it is a project of the Border Roads Organization, BRO, and not Indo-Tibetan Border Police. So that means A is incorrect. B is correct. C is also correct. This was announced in 2018. The correct answer would be, because we had to select the incorrect one, A is going to be the correct answer over here. PM recently inaugurated the Sela Tunnel in the Tawang region of Arunachal Pradesh. It is going to connect Guwahati and Tawang sector around the year. That means nothing will stop any sort of military aid, if need be, near the LAC once the Sela Tunnel has come into proper existence. Okay, so here is the Sela Tunnel, and this is going to be a twin lane tunnel. One will be 900 kilometers long, other will be 1500 kilometers long. All right, and one will be used for traveling, other can be used for emergency purposes as well. Now, this is above 13,000 feet. You have to remember this as well. This was inaugurated as in announced in 2018, and this is the region which is being covered by it. It cuts through the Sela Charbela Ridge that separates Tawang district from the West Kameng district. The Border Roads Organization is executed. It has executed it under Project Vartak. I could also put Project Himank over here, but remember that Project Vartak will be the correct answer. Who is the only Indian to win the Nobel Prize of Architecture? I'm talking about the Pritzker Prize. All right, Ajit Kishore, Shambir Holongza, Balkrishna Doshi, Gurupal Dhananjay Singh. The correct answer to this question is going to be Balkrishna Doshi, and he did it in the year 2018. So this was for the first time ever, and an only Indian who has won the Pritzker Prize, which is also the Nobel Prize for Architecture. It's Balkrishna Doshi. Okay, Riken Yamamoto, who is a Japanese architect, he was awarded with the Pritzker Architecture Prize for 2024. It was founded in 1979 by J.A. Pritzker along with his wife Cindy, and it is also known as the Nobel Prize for Architecture. It honors living architects. So these many important prize is you should learn about it. A bronze medal is given since 1987, a citation certificate, and this much money, which is a lot. All right, so Balkrishna Doshi in 2018 has won it, and he remains the only Indian to do so till now. Moving on, with respect to Lachit Borphukan, consider the following statements. He defeated the Mughals in the Battle of Itakhuli. His statue was made by Arun Yogiraj. He was buried in present-day Arunachal Pradesh. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? First is definitely incorrect, guys, because he defeated Mughals in the Battle of Sarai Ghat and not Itakhuli. Sarai Ghat, remember that. All right, and his recent statue has been inaugurated where he is buried. He is buried in Assam, not Arunachal Pradesh. So first is incorrect, third is also incorrect. His statue was made by Ramvanji Sutar, who has also made the Statue of Unity. So second is also incorrect. All are incorrect. How many are correct? None. 125-foot bronze statue of valor of Lachit Borphukan has been recently inaugurated by our Prime Minister in Assam. He was the revered army commander for a home kingdom, and in 1671 in the Battle of Sarai Ghat he defeated the Mughal forces. The Mughal forces back then was being led by Raja Ram Singh I. And renowned sculptor Ram Vanji Sutar, he built the statue of Lachit Borphukan, who also has happened to build the statue of unity. So keep this in mind. All right, let's move forward and talk about this practice question, for which you have to answer in the comment segment, guys. Exercise Bharat Shakti is a firepower demonstration which is scheduled in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Tamil Nadu. Please do it as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Please share this with as many people as possible and keep on supporting. Join my Telegram channel. You will get the PDF of it there.